Welcome back to Yuri's Box. In this video, I'm going to give a short update to what you could call the weekly setup for TLT. So we have a somewhat busy week, and starting today, we have data coming out. But in my opinion, what you should keep your eyes out for is what is kind of going to come out on Thursday and Friday. I guess you still have some housing data come out on Wednesday tomorrow. Today if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we have some indexes measuring some manufacturing activity at a regional level. But in my opinion, what really will kind of tell you where TLT is going. Is the data that comes out on Thursday and Friday. So on Thursday you have durable goods orders and initial claims, which both could have an impact on the price action. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that I've pointed out how we usually tend to bottom out in January, and we slowly grind higher going towards the summer. And of course, we do have some other factors that could potentially, make the case for higher initial jobless claims. The forecast is for 220 for last week, and so we'll see how that comes out. The other important data that comes out is on Friday, and it's PCE. Now, if I have to point something out, if I had to, find a bone to pick with the data that comes out on Friday, is that if you recall, in the week of February 10th, we had some very important inflation data come out. Okay, it was right here. And PCE came in hot. The next day, PPI comes in, and it's still hot. But if you remember, the price action was actually positive on the back of the fact that everybody was extrapolating that because the components were not as hot as anticipated, the components that make up PPI and that actually go and feed into PCE that is coming out on Friday pointed to a softer print in PCE on Friday. Now, my only worry is that the market kind of front run a lot of the news, and so any kind of hiccup. So say that for some reason PCE comes in just a smidge hotter, you could potentially see an unwind of potentially all the good news. And again, today we have quite a strong rally on the 30-year. I mean, across the board really. I guess it's coming on the back of pretty much nearly everything opening up red. The Hang Seng looks like it's closing at around negative 1.3. Nikkei is similar. Bitcoin is down by 2%. It went from 96 just under 90K. I'll keep an eye on that. But in any case, as far as TLT is concerned, what you really should be watching this week, as well as the data, is this trend line on the daily. And of course, trend lines are meant to be broken. And as I pointed out in my previous videos, I wasn't really worried about this trend line posing any sort of a long-term threat, because again, trend lines are meant to be broken. But we did actually have the breakout last week, And yesterday was the first daily close above the trend line. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow we have a back test of the trend line. So say we go back to, if we do it this week again on Friday, perhaps, to the low 88 range. It doesn't have to happen, but whenever you do break out, you usually do see this. Okay, we saw it last year, especially with again with TLT, and we had a very similar trend line actually, and we saw a breakout, back test, rally, and then we saw it test the trend line again. So again, don't be surprised, in my opinion, if we actually do end up seeing like maybe TLT poke its head up above the bull market support band and then just roll back by the end of the week. Of course, it doesn't have to. Again, not financial advice, but I'd keep that in mind. And I guess I'll leave it at that. One small thing before I close and I end the video is I was looking at this and at the yen. Now the reason why I look at the yen is that it has a nice correlation between with TLT actually, and the 30-year. In fact, if you go and look at the 30-year, we had actually a rally, sideways to slightly downward action, a strong rally, fall back to the bull market support band, go to the highs, and then deal with the bull market support band. Okay, you can see kind of a very similar thing play out. Sideways to slightly downward action, strong rally, test the bull market support band, go towards the highs, try to hold and deal with this bull market support band. In this case, the yen, we already broke through it, and we're seeing a negative price action today, which is actually positive for the yen. And if you really want to get exotic, if you were in crypto in 2021, you've already seen this sort of move. So in the summer of 2021, we had Bitcoin actually sell off quite sharply. Then we had a sideways to slightly downward price action. Then we had a significant rally, only for Bitcoin to sell off, hold support at the bull market support band, rally towards the highs. In this case, we actually swept the highs, and deal with the bull market support band. In this case, we lost it. Okay, so again, what followed afterwards was a pretty significant bear market. But that's just a fun little bit of information. Again, I really should remember to say it in the beginning of the video, but not financial advice. I'll keep it short, and I'll see you next time.